Shake your pom poms, man.
Our pom-pom.
Yeah.
Directing this way. I'm directing.
Yeah. This is like so crazy. Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Friday evening, 10 p.m. And of course, welcome to the Little Hut Podcast, Brown on Cleveland with Kimberly F. Brown and Dr. Dre.
What's up? What's up? I'm kissing this mic. You're going to hear me this time now. Kissing the mic.
Excellent. It is his fault because he's afraid of the microphone. Listen, Friday evening, everybody just got paid, but me. The pockets are definitely empty with a whole lot of lint. But listen, before we get started, because tonight, Andre, we got the battle of the ballots.
Okay.
That's going to be hot tonight. But listen, I keep telling you guys, if you are a renter, you don't want to be a renter, and you definitely don't want to have to deal with slum landlords. So do yourself a favor. Call Aletha Johnson of Dream Team Realty right now at 216-375-3681 and let her know you don't want to be a renter eating a chicken dinner, but you want to be a homeowner eating a ribeye steak. Also, too, we got our Brown on Cleveland t-shirts on. Brown, brown, brown. Yes, we do. Right? Hey, the shirts were designed by Angie Marie over in Maple Heights. New Beginning 1111 Creations. So if you're looking for t-shirts, there you go. There you go. Hoodies, jackets, tumblers, cups, mugs. Call Angie right now at 216-395-7335. That's Angie Marie. And don't forget, Andre, that on Fridays, the podcast is always brought to you by who? Mayor Matt Burke of Garfield Heights.
Mayor Garfield.
That's right. Now get this. On June 7th at 9:30 a.m., weather permitting, you can visit garfieldheights.org for locations and future dates. He will be holding his next bike-a-thon. The mayor will be riding his bicycle. And I heard last time he fell off the bike and hit his head. Not really. But all are welcome, including the kids. You can find lots of information on what Mayor Burke has been up to in the community, from enhancing the economic base, reducing crime, and increasing services for seniors, parks, and recreation. That's right, MayorMattBurke.com. The podcast is brought to you by his re-election campaign. Don Wright Brown on Cleveland. Shake your pom-poms, shake your pom-poms. All right, listen, let's get down to business. This is election 2025, Andre, and June 11th is the day.
That's right. June 11th is the day, and we're going to know who's the real candidate, who's going to be certified. So all you candidates that's sneaking around and blind, I hope you get your ballots in, your petitions in. But
Yeah.
we cannot wait.
You know, it's going to be crazy because I looked at the board roster today, and I'm still finding candidates out there trying to get signatures. Now, they had they started back in December, some cities, and some people pulled petitions in January, some in February. And you mean to tell me these jokers can't even get on the ballot? Brown on
If
Cleveland.
you have petitions, shame on you. Those petitions should have been turned in. In the city of Cleveland, you only need 200 signatures
For council?
for city council. And I think for to be a judge, to get on the ballot,
50.
It's 50. There is no excuse. You get your petitions done so you can move to the next level.
For mayor, 3,000, but you need to come in the door with at least 6,000 signatures, because you know these jokers will tell you, Andre, that they are registered and they just lie, lie, and they lie.
Or they live in city of Cleveland, they laying up in Shaker somewhere.
But the other thing is this. I'm going to give candidates this tidbit. Would you guys please be so kind and check your signatures before you turn them in? Because it's countdown, Andre. And if they make a mistake, they don't have time to come back.
No, they get 10 days. If you
Not
don't,
if they turn it in on June 11th, they don't. It's a wrap.
oh yeah,
It's
it's
a
a wrap.
wrap.
It's a
No,
wrap.
no, no. It's a wrap. If you don't have 10 days in the kitty, it is a wrap,
Oh well.
right? No, 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 no.
Oh well.
So at the end of the day,
Should have
what I
got them
would
in.
what I will say is this. Some people will make it,
And
some
some
people
won't.
won't. So let's start here. We can start in my favorite city called Maple Heights. We can look at that. Let's start Maple Heights first. Messy Maple Heights. Let's go there.
Let's go. Let's
Because you
go.
got all them nosy friends who live in Maple Heights anyway. Damn, they nosy. Oh, they are. They just some nosy people. So we know in Maple Heights, you have that council president race. Dana D. Anderson is certified, y'all. She's
She,
good to go.
she's good to go.
And on June 9th, Andre, she's having her public announcement
Okay.
about her running for council president, and it's going to be held over at the Maple Heights Library.
Hmm.
I believe at 6:30.
Okay.
It's only going to be for 1 hour, and of course, you know Brown on Cleveland. I'm going to be in the house, and you need to be there as well.
I'm gonna try to make it. I think I got something going on at night, but I'm gonna try to make it.
He don't have anything to do. He has nothing to do. He's going to be there as well. So look out for him. He's going to be there, y'all, because we're going to sit there and add our 2 cents to probably some nonsense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay? So we know we got that. Now, in Maple Heights, District 1, Stafford Shannette had a competitor.
And that joker couldn't even get on the ballot.
Well, you know,
And they
Stafford,
only need 29 signatures.
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, about 29 signatures. Don't quote us, but I think it's 29 signatures.
Well, all I know is this. Shame on Stafford Shannette. You scared that man. Stafford scared him so bad that he
He
couldn't make the
withdrew.
ballot.
Right. He couldn't make the ballot.
And I don't even know if he's out there trying to get on the ballot.
I don't. Who knows? Who cares?
Oh,
Who
ooh, that's a
cares?
little raw, don't you think?
No, who cares?
All right, let's go to District 3. District 3, you got a guy named Timothy Tatum. He is the current council person.
Running on the poll.
Yeah, but the problem is this. He's not running unopposed because he didn't submit signatures yet.
Yeah.
And and
That's
and
kind of
and,
me.
and Maple Heights folks started pulling their petitions in December.
Right. They got it done. Stafford, Equina,
We're not there
Adrian.
yet in 7. So pump your brakes.
Okay.
Brown on Cleveland,
Okay.
right? Then we got 5. We got District 5 with a guy named, you know, Frank Rives.
Frank Wright ran for every seat in Maple Heights for the last 10 years.
Andre, but he got 10 votes.
Frank Rise ran for every seat.
And he got 10 votes every time he ran.
Well, he might make it this time. The
Well,
10 votes might get him through.
you got to remember, in this particular race, it's Frank Rives and it's a lady named Shirley Merritt.
Not no thing.
And last time Shirley Merritt lost by 1 vote. That's
Oh,
how
that's right,
close.
to Miss Mack.
That's
Miss
how
Mack.
close that race was with Tangela Madden.
Right.
So my prediction is, and I could be wrong, Shirley Merritt, I believe she's going to take that
Yeah,
race.
she might be the next council.
All right. Now let's go to District 7.
My girl.
Miss Nosy.
Yeah, leave Miss Nosy alone. That's my girl.
Well, she said that she had to listen because outside of that, you know, she
Yeah.
has to know what's going on. So she's just curious. But at Edwina AG, this is the first time that she actually has a race.
Yeah, she has to go door to door. She has to campaign because they're coming after her, and
Yeah.
she gonna make it.
Here's
She'll win it.
here's what's on the ground. First of all, let's talk about her opponent. Her opponent, did you know that her opponent works for Mayor Kemp Thomas over in Richmond Heights?
No, I did not know that.
Okay. Did you know that her opponent works in the finance department? Her opponent is a purchasing agent for the city of Richmond Heights.
No, I did not know that.
Yes. So when I found this out, I'm really looking at this because I'm thinking that maybe her opponent is a pawn You
Mm-hmm.
know, mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Kim Thomas put her in a race for Blackwell
Blackwell. Yeah.
to take out AG. Well, my prediction is this. My prediction is that Councilwoman Edwina AG is going to mop the floor with this young lady.
Well, I
I'm
heard
just saying,
something
Brown or
else.
Cleveland.
Let me tell you what I heard.
Hmm.
I heard the girl just started voting. They checked the voting record.
Man,
I heard she just started voting.
Andre, get yourself out the little hut. Because you sound crazy.
Hey, that's what I was told. The young lady just started voting.
Oh, so we got a real neophyte.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, no, I'm not shaking my pom poms for that.
I can't tell you, but it was
Okay,
it's 2020, something like that. They checked the voting record and found
yeah.
out that maybe she was in Richmond Heights and she just moved over to Maple. I don't know. You,
It
you know,
doesn't matter. It
but
doesn't matter.
rumors. So I'm
But it
just
doesn't matter because even if you were in Richmond Heights and you just moved, Andre, you still would have a voting record.
mhm,
The only way she would not have a voting record is say if that she's a Dem and she decided that she wanted to be independent and she didn't want to wait those 2 years,
right.
then the board would actually erase her voting record. That's the only way. Outside of that, if she's a neophyte, then hey, if I was
Don't quote me. I'm just going
no,
by what they said.
I understand
In
that.
the
Those are
room.
allegations.
Right. Allegation.
So, because those are allegations, let me say this. If I was the campaign manager for Edwina AG, I would run with that,
Yeah, I would too.
amongst some other things. But I ain't nobody's campaign manager. So I'm going to stay in my lane. But I'm calling that race. I believe that AG is going to mop the floor with this young lady. And I hope this young lady is strong enough to understand what a loss is because it's hard to come back when you lose. Brown on
Well,
Cleveland.
AG ain't got no choice but to mop it, but she don't want to hear me get in her butt.
Well, I don't think she want me to write about her.
That's right. So she got two people she
Because,
don't want to hear from.
if AG loses this race,
That's right.
Brown on Cleveland is going to mop her on Newsbreak, on his podcast, and the entire 9 yards.
And you
Brown,
can't
Brown,
call me
Brown.
no more.
And I don't care. I don't care nothing about y'all to bully me. I said what I said. I said what I said. All right, let's go to the city of Cleveland because tonight we're going to stay on for 45 minutes because we got a lot to cover. City of Cleveland, let's go. The mayor's race. What we doing?
Only person we have in that mayor's race that has a name recognition is Laverne Gore. He's the
Mm-hmm.
only one that has taken out petitions. He didn't
Correct.
go blind. But the mayor has taken out petitions.
Well, we know that.
But get this. I was down at Dave's on 55th.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not on Chester. I was on Dave's
Okay.
at Chester. And I saw two young ladies out there um, doing petitions. And she walked up to me
Okay.
and she said, "Hey, do you know Laverne Gore?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, I have her petition." I said, "Well, I already signed a petition a couple of days
Mm-hmm.
ago." And these young ladies from Detroit. So Laverne has hired a company to do her petition. So we know that she's going to be on that ballot.
Well, we know that Justin Bibb hired a company
Right.
too. I believe the company he hired is out of Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I think the name of the company is called Black Hawk.
Okay.
So I do believe that Laverne will make the ballot, and of course Justin Bibb will make the ballot. And I truly believe it's going to be a Laverne and Justin race, Brown on Cleveland. Okay, let's go with Cleveland Ward 1.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, what we got?
We man, our candidates. We only have one candidate that is certified.
So,
One candidate certified, and all the
so
rest of them haven't turned in their petitions.
Andre, that means absolutely nothing because one thing I will say is this: Joe Jones, the current council person of
Oh, he's
Ward
gonna make
1,
the ballot.
he will make the ballot.
Yeah, no question about it.
Now, the question becomes who else is going to make the ballot?
Right.
Joe Jones is going to make the ballot. So I hope people don't count him out. And depending on who else make the ballot, I don't even know if he's going to have a competitive race.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a competitive race with the names. And I'm not talking about you guys. I know you all good friends, but y'all got to step y'all game up.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Got to
yeah,
step
yeah,
your game
yeah,
up.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know there's one person. Um, if she gets certified, then I truly believe it's going to be a she-he race.
Yeah, and I know you're talking about, but
Hmm.
we ain't gonna mention no names.
I'm not going to mention her name because she pulled blind, and I
Right.
can't give any credit to somebody who pulled blind. Okay, 2. We got Kevin Bishop And Kevin Bishop has an opponent. His name is Joseph Bruno or Bruno Joseph.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of him. But hey, Kevin Bishop is not certified yet.
Yeah, another one.
I don't know
Mm.
what Kevin is doing. All right, Kevin, I don't know if you have a competitor or not, but damn it.
Get your petitions in.
And just get on the ballot, dude. Get on the ballot. Y'all getting on my nerves. All right, the new Ward 3. Now, this is
Oh,
crazy.
it's going to get hot over there.
Let me tell you what I heard.
What
I
you hear?
heard that there was a meeting. Now, y'all listen to this. They said there was a meeting with the police commander over in, was actually Ward 4 now, but it's the new Ward 3. And they said that the current council person, Deborah Gray, they said she showed her ASS.
She didn't cut up, did she?
They said, Andre, they said she
Cut up.
showed her ASS. They said the meeting was so bad that the pastor had to stop the meeting and pray. I said, not the councilwoman. They said, yeah. They said that LaShawn Caldwell. Remember LaShawn? LaShawn
Yeah,
ran.
she didn't make the ballot last
Right,
time.
but the plain dealer endorsed her,
Right.
just like they endorsed that guy in Ward 1. He ain't do too much either. But they said LaShawn Caldwell caught her in some lies, and LaShawn Caldwell called her out.
What was some of the lies? Did he
I
tell
don't
you?
know what it was, but whatever the case, they said that there was a big old rift.
Mhm.
But they said, yeah, they say Deborah, they say every time Deborah have a meeting or go to a meeting, they say she show her ASS. And my question to people is this who you want to represent you? Oh, and the other thing, remember on Facebook last week, Sharon Sproul, who's running in 3, but she got to get on the ballot.
Right.
She put on her Facebook page that she was at a Ward 4 meeting, and Councilwoman Gray approached her talking about, why are you in my meeting? What type of bully bull crap is that? She's a resident of Ward 4. You
Those
mean to
meetings
tell
are public, correct?
they're public? But I tried to tell y'all that lady's a bully. I tried to tell y'all that lady bumped into me and she almost got socked. And thank God I'm on my good behavior, but I should have pressed charges on her because, city council, Blaine Griffin always talking about, how they don't want to be bullied and bullying won't be tolerated. But if you got a bully on council, you need to check that too.
Yeah.
So that's just not
Well,
cool.
they all think they bully.
Well, they don't need to be bullies.
Right. They all think they bully.
All right, let's go to what? The new Ward 4?
There's the new Ward 4 is on the west side.
I don't know anybody in that race.
Yeah, the new Ward 4 is on the west side.
Okay.
Is that west side? Yeah. New
I
Ward
think it's
4
on the
is-
west
is
side.
on the
Yep,
west
because
side.
it moved a lot.
Oh, that's Chris Harsh.
Yes.
Hash.
Okay, Chris Harsh.
Chris
Okay.
is okay. This kids go to school with my children, so. And me and Chris went against each other. hands
Okay.
up With the PB Cleveland, we
Okay.
became good friends. And every time I see Chris, he talks to me, and I talk to him. So I think Chris will come out of there. He's the parent council person. So
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw a little shade. Just because y'all kids go to school with each other, and just because you talk to him, that does not mean that he's qualified to be a council person.
I didn't say he's that qualified, but I just
But you
said,
said he may make it.
well, he's a councilman right now.
There are several people who are the council persons, and
Well, I like Chris.
okay, well, just be honest. You're being biased right
I'm
now.
being biased. I like Chris.
Okay, you're a
Chris is a
hater.
good guy. Yeah, I ain't gonna hate on Chris.
Andre hater. Andre on the podcast playing favors, and we're not supposed to do that. I'm gonna take his badge away from him to say Brown on Cleveland. That's not right. All right, Ward 5, what we doing?
Woo!
Shooka down.
Hold it. Pow time for that. Pow time for
Shake
that.
your palm.
We
All
got-
right,
We got the infamous Richard Starr, and then we got
Rebecca,
Rebecca Moore,
and you got the lady Beverly. What's the name?
Beverly Owens.
Beverly Owens,
Yeah, Beverly Owens.
and then you got 2 other people. I have no idea who they are.
But and then Richard Starr has pulled blind.
Well, he don't count right now.
Yeah,
He doesn't count. So in that race, I'm gonna say this:
1,500 new voters.
if
from
Richard
downtown.
Starr is running, and we know Rebecca's running, I
Yes.
hate to be a Debbie Downer, but that's going to be a Rebecca and Richard race.
Yeah, you're right. All I can say is 1,500 new downtown voters in Ward 5, so it's going to be very interesting.
So you got the lawyer running against the former Boys and Girl Club director. That's all. That's
And
all.
we'll see how it turn out.
All right. Ward 6.
Blaine Griffin running on the polls.
Well, you don't know if somebody pulled blind.
That's true too.
But I will say this about Blaine, though. I see Blaine got his yard signs out already. He got those big old signs.
Well, he got dollars, so
Yeah, he needs to advertise with Brown on Cleveland. And he did tell me that he listens to the podcast every week. So listen here, Council President, you need to give me a call. And I know you probably are running unopposed, but that doesn't mean you don't advertise, Council President. Got it? All right, I talked to Blaine. Okay. 7. Now listen, Stephanie House Jones, she got about 12 people
and
against her.
she,
Oh,
I was just told a couple of days ago that she was drawn out of her old ward and was drawn into Ward 6. Did you know that?
so are you saying she can't run for 7?
You could run for any ward in the city of Cleveland.
But you have to live in the ward.
No, you don't have to live in the ward. If you win, then you have to move into the ward. But you
Oh,
can I can run in on the west side if I want to because I'm a
but if
Cleveland
you
resident.
win, you have so many days to move over there.
Right, correct.
Well, anywho, let me say this. There are about 11 people
Charlene Perkins,
trying to out
Leon, yeah,
seat Stephanie House Jones.
Leon Meredith.
I just know it's like you got Edward Hudson Bay.
Oh Lord,
I,
Lord.
he called me. I didn't call him back. No shade.
Oh
I just been busy. But listen, but you have, I don't know who these people are, but there are a lot of people coming after that Ward 7 seat, and I do mean a lot. But I'm gonna tell you what's going on in Ward 7 today. I was over at the grand opening for Food Strong, and that's Councilwoman Sarah Catanza, who's a councilwoman over in South Euclid. Mayor Georgine Wheeler was there, and so was Mayor Ben Holbert. It was a
Mhm.
whole lot of people there. But those are two people that I recognize off the back, and I had the opportunity to talk to Mayor Whalo. And sidebar, I need to say this about Mayor Whalo. I like that lady. When that
How you
baby,
can like
listen,
someone and I can't like
cause
nobody?
cause cause she's not running for office right now.
Okay, I got
But Mayor Whalo, when that baby got killed in Ward 1, we went to Mayor Whalo, Trevor Elkins, Mayor Jackson, and Armand Budish. And all 4 of those individuals, oh, and Valerie McCall, all of those public officials gave us letters of accommodation to get that sign up for that baby. And when I called Mayor Whalo, she didn't hesitate to meet with me. She didn't say, well, that's a Cleveland issue. She says, that's a human issue.
issue.
Come to my office. And she wrote us a beautiful letter. And when I saw her today, she was like, oh, Ms. Brown, I haven't seen you in so long. How did things work out? And I told her. And the only reason why I'm mentioning her is because sometimes you just got to be human.
Right.
And it bothered me back then, Andre, because with all of the black mayors we have, besides Frank, no other black mayor
Mhm.
reached out to be supportive. It was folks who didn't look like us. And that bothers my spirit
I hear you.
because had it not been for the bloodshed, they would not be in these seats. It has nothing to do with how they campaign. People died for them to be in these seats.
Yeah.
So therefore, they can make things better for us. And most of them get in these seats, and I know I'm doing a way sidebar, and they forget from whence they came. Brown on Cleveland.
Need a little compound on that.
All right, so let's go on. Ward 8.
Ward 8 is the West Side Ward, and I think that's the new ward,
Okay.
Ward 8. And I really don't know who's in Ward 8.
Ward 9.
That's Kevin Conwell. I can't say that's my guy because I forgot I got to be buying it.
Well, I got a video of Kevin Conwell, and somebody told me they had a meeting, and Kevin, and that damn Kevin Conwell, he was just floating across the room, but somebody called him out regarding the trash and the filth over in that ward. So there you have it.
Well, he has two candidates that's running against him: Tony Evans and what's the other young lady's
No,
name?
no, no. Let me stop
That's
you
right.
right
That's
there.
right. I'm sorry. I'm
Let me
sorry.
stop you
Yeah.
right there because
Yeah.
that's an individual that an organization endorsed, and this young lady is not even bold enough
Right.
to put her name on the Board of Elections roster. So on that note alone, I got to shake my pom poms for Kevin Conwell.
Yeah.
First of all, he's certified.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, he's not scared. And number three, he's still going to walk and talk his community. The only issue I have with Kevin Conwell, like many other people, man, if you don't find out what a garbage can and a trash bag look like, me and Kevin gonna have
Clean
a
it up,
talk.
Kevin. Clean
That's
it
all.
up.
Kevin just cleans it up.
Clean
Nice
it up.
guy, like Kevin, but Kevin, we got to do something about all this trash out there. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's good
All
people.
right. I like Kevin. Love his wife. All right. 10.
10. We got Palistic,
Yeah.
and we got the council person over there, but he hasn't pulled.
Anthony Hairston.
Hasn't pulled.
Well, rumor has it, I could be wrong. They tell me that Polizzi is being a fixture.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they saying that, this is just a rumor. Now, I don't know if it's true, but this is just what I'm getting off the ground.
He's not going to turn his petitions in?
No, yeah, something about he says that Anthony Harrison is a nice guy and he want to see him. But listen, Anthony Harrison has not done a good job in the seat that he's in. Anthony Harrison likes to dibble and dabble in politics too much. He loved to play somebody's campaign manager. And if that's his fit, let that be his fit. I'm not knocking him. Do what you do best. But don't sit up here and hold the seat on council. Nobody ever hears from you. Then I go through your board. I'm not impressed. I'm not happy. So I don't know.
That's the race to look at it. If
Crazy.
Palistic runs, so you got them two individuals.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Harrison has pulled.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you like
I
this.
don't know.
If Harrison pulled blind, and if it comes down, if this rumor is not true, and it comes down to Harrison and Palistic, I believe that Palistic could take him, Brown on Cleveland.
You heard it.
Right?
Here.
Because I'm sorry, I go through Palistic's ward, and it's beautiful
They
over
love
there
him over there.
until you get to that 156 area Lakeshore, where they have that vacant plaza over there, and the seniors over there. It's a food desert. Now Palistic really got to put some elbow grease and muscle over there.
And you know
But he does a good job.
And you know it yourself, they have the most seniors over there.
Yes.
They have the most seniors.
Yes. I'm over there every week.
Besides World One.
Yes.
And I was over there one year. I was over there by the Euclid hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hospital right here, but I don't hear no siren.
Quiet over there.
I don't see no ambulance.
Quiet.
I come home on Harvard.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with this?
Yes, and he does a good job as far as making sure that people clean up behind themselves. So
yeah, that 185th.
Yes,
that 185th strip.
It is.
Compare 185th to Lee Road.
Right, you got to give Mike Polenzek credit where credit is due. So again, if it boils down to him and Harrison, I believe that Mike Polenzek can beat him, and that's going to be an upset for Harrison. But there you go. All right. I really don't know the West Side Wars. We know we got Michael, what's his name? Rogowski running.
Yeah, Rogowski is running.
Over there in Tremont.
In the Tremont area. I don't know what ward that is.
No, me neither.
He has a candidate.
Yep, he has an opponent.
But Mike had ran before. His name's been on the ballot. So
yes,
it'll be very interesting, how that's going to turn out.
But I tell you this, as soon as Mike gets certified, Mike is invited to come inside the Little Hut podcast.
And Mike is a Facebook friend of mine. So.
Yeah, okay. So Mike has always been supported, but we got to be fair. If you're not certified, can't let you come on. But as soon as he's certified, we are going to hear from Michael. And again, we don't give questions, so Michael better come prepared. Brown on
hopefully
Cleveland.
all the candidates that get certified will come on board. Come on down and see us.
Yeah, they should.
Come on down and see us. So when you get certified, come on down to the Little Hut.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And get your questions and take them like a man or a woman.
Man up. Man up.
Or run out the door. Don't matter to me, y'all. Y'all know I don't care. Show don't, show don't. All right. Who else? Who else on the West Side?
There's a Nikki Hudson.
A Nikki Hudson?
I don't think she has a candidate yet.
Okay.
But she's from over the Cluedale area.
Okay.
And she saved the trees in Cluedale.
She saved the trees?
She saved the trees, and she's very active over there. So you want to shake the pom-pom? Got my pom-pom.
Yeah, she saved some trees. And then we got Jasmine Santana. Of course, I don't believe that anybody can oust her. I really don't. No. I think they love Jasmine over there, and Jasmine's going to be safe. So I think we covered all the Cleveland. All right, I think we did.
Kasich.
Brian Casey.
and Sife.
Okay.
And
Charles
nobody's
Sife, I don't know if he has any
no,
opponents.
those two don't have opponents.
Okay, well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Until 11, we know.
All right, we don't know that. All right, let's go to the city of Garfield Heights. Here we go, here we go, here we go. The
I'm
mayor's
staying
race.
out of this.
The mayor's race. We got Mayor Matt Burke,
And Michael Dudley.
we got Michael Dudley, and we got a guy, James Feeney.
Yeah, I just saw that. He
Now,
just
James Feeney is certified.
Yeah.
How the hell he get 500 signatures?
Hey,
He got them. I ain't mad at him. I
through
need
the
to
back
know.
door. He
I
through
need
the
to,
back
but I
door.
need to know, where is Mike Dudley and where is Mayor Burke? What's up with the signatures, fellas?
Mike Dudley is on Facebook, and last time I saw him, he was going door to door.
I don't care nothing about that. You got 7 days to go, because I'm looking at the rain days, right? The days it's gonna rain. Mike, you like my big brother. Get on the ballot. Mayor Burke, you a sponsor. You're my guy too. Would y'all please shake your pom-poms,
And get on that.
get on the ballot? Because if y'all let this guy run unopposed, then I don't even know what to say
Well,
about y'all.
I think the mayor's going to be on the ballot.
Well, I don't know
So
right
he
now,
Needs, he needs to turn in.
but I don't
petition,
know.
stop playing.
I don't know what Mayor Burke is doing or what his
Stop playing.
campaign team is doing. But I know this: if he don't get on that ballot, he should be upset with his campaign team, and that's what he get. He should get people who gonna make sure he get on the ballot.
Mhm.
Mayor Burke, you better get on that ballot. Mike Dudley, you better get on that ballot. All right. If we go to Garfield Heights City Council, thus far, nobody has any challengers
They all running unopposed out there.
so far. So if they got a challenger,
But are they certified?
nobody's certified, the council people, but I don't see any challengers. That's
Yeah.
it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. All right, let's see. Who else we talk about? Cleveland Heights. Now, this is crazy.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something.
It's heating up out there.
You got Jim Petra. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Y'all, excuse me. Mean no harm.
Yeah,
My New York
we cut
accent
up
comes
names.
out. Sometimes, I don't pronounce words correct.
We cut
But
up names.
Jim, he's certified. Davita Russell,
Took her petitions out last week and got them done.
she's certified.
Yeah, certified.
You got the lady name, I think her name is Deanna. I don't know her last name, but she's certified. And you got another lady who's certified. Now, this is going to be a very interesting race. The only one who's not certified so far
It's the current mayor.
is Marty Galfin.
Right, Marty.
And can you believe that the mayor had the nerve to pull petitions?
He pulled his petition.
Well, here's the thing. Right now, they got a recall against this cat.
Shake your pom pom.
I ain't shaking my pom
Shake
pom.
your pom pom.
No,
The mayor said this is his
no.
seat. He's gonna do his thing.
I guarantee you. Listen,
He won't make the ballot.
he's not going to make the primary.
You don't think so?
If he makes the ballot, he's not going to make the primary. I believe this race is going to be between Davita Russell
Davita.
and Jim Petra.
Okay. Now who's Jim Petra?
Jim Petra has only been a council person for, I think, 2 years.
Okay.
But Davita Russell, here's something interesting about her. She runs the unions, right? So she got about 185,000 union members. That's crazy. You know that.
Mhm.
The first time she ran, she came in second because they're council at large, right?
Yeah.
The second time she ran, she had the top votes. So he's going to challenge a person like her. She got her gun loaded.
Right. She got boots on the ground.
So
There's going to be boots on the ground in Cleveland Heights.
I believe that Cleveland Heights, they're tired of this so-called young, progressive male movement. They tried that with the current.
Don't we have that in Cleveland?
And Clevelanders are tired of that too.
Okay.
That's why I was hoping that Nina Turner would have run.
Yeah.
Because I believe that Nina Turner
could have pulled it off.
She without a doubt.
Pulled it off.
But remember, if you look at Akron has that mayor who's that young progressive Dem, and he's taking a beating.
But
so
if you talk to the progressive, they might say they're not progressive enough for them.
Well, I know one thing: it's not working for the masses.
Mhm.
But at any rate, I don't believe that this guy and I'm calling this race, I don't believe that he's going to make the primary. I believe it's going to be a DeVita Russell race
You heard it
and
here
a
first.
Jim Petra race.
Mhm.
And if I'm wrong, you guys, hey, I'll come back and tell you. But as a person who's like 16-0 winning races, I can call them.
You 16 and 0?
Yeah, and I can win them.
Okay.
Man, please, I just can win my own race.
Hey,
Ain't my fault Ward One's not too bright.
hey! I've been
Oh,
to
that's
World
right,
One.
that's right.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't talk about me.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. But it don't matter now because I'm not running, so it doesn't matter. But sidebar,
Yeah,
little jokey joke.
right. We're just joking.
Right, but I'm saying is that I am pretty good with hauling races.
Hmm.
So I just don't believe that
Well, I think on this
he'll
one,
he'll be reelected.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I think the Vita's going to give them a hell of a race. And like I said, I had a union person from Memphis call me and say, "Hey,
Okay.
who you got in Cleveland Heights?" And then he mentioned her name. I said, "I didn't know she was running."
Yeah.
So
Yep. Davita Russell. So we'll see how that turns out. And I'm excited to have her come inside the Little Hut podcast. I had the
am I
opportunity to,
invited?
oh, absolutely.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. 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 As a matter of fact, I met with her this weekend.
Okay.
She said right there.
Okay.
hmm Right there. Had a chance to chop it up, get into the her,
Okay.
trying to get a feel of, what she's trying to do.
She
So,
has a platform, right?
yeah, so a lot of people, Andre, they do come inside the Little Hut podcast. They do call me. I appreciate the fact that they respect me enough to have those conversations because they want to make sure they get a fair shake
Well,
on
I
this
wish some
media,
people in
and
World
they
One would.
will.
I wish some people in World One would talk to me. I can't be
Well,
going to these darn meetings and no one's, especially a candidate, don't say nothing to you.
well, the sad part about it, if
And
you're
I'm a voter.
if you're running for office and you don't feel that it's necessary to speak to someone, as far as I'm concerned, you'll automatically lose my vote
There you go.
because I'm not going to chase you because I have other people I can consider.
There you
Not
go.
only do I want you to be cordial, but I want you to be open because of the position that I'm in. I mean, it's stupid for somebody to go to a meeting and not speak to you. First of all, you are a community leader, number one. Number two, we know that people do come to you and ask you
There
who's
you
the best
go.
candidate. And then, hell, number three, you on a Little Hut podcast.
That's the main one. That's the main one. Little
So,
Hut Podcast.
you know, you don't want to speak to someone. Eventually, we're going to call those people out.
Get on the ballot. Because after they make it, we
That's
calling
it.
folks out.
So
I'm being
this is
nice
what it
right
is.
now. Come June
Well,
11th,
I'm not going to be nice to them. Telling you now,
we calling you out June
you don't
11th.
have to speak to me when you see me in Cleveland Ward 1. You sure don't. You sure don't. You know what I say. You don't have to like me. I don't like you either. And that's what we have in common.
If your campaign ain't tight, we're going to tell you. And we're going to talk
If
about
your campaign not tight, that means you're not right. All right, real quick, because we got all of 6 minutes. The judicial race. Let's go.
it.
Housing court.
Man,
Cheryl Wilshire, Monet Scott.
I heard it was a shakeup in Cheryl's campaign. They changed campaign managers. That's what I'm hearing,
Yeah, I heard that.
you know. So,
There's a shakeup in her campaign, but the current housing court judge, she don't speak to anybody. She don't come out. She don't campaign.
well, she's doing a housing. I'm not saying that's good, but she's doing
Listen,
these resource.
I don't care. I don't care anything about that. I am a voter. She lives in our ward, and she ought to be making her way around.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna shake my pom poms for Cheryl in
Cheryl.
this race,
Okay.
and I just hope because I heard about that campaign shakeup. And here's the thing that gets me: I can't stand when people change dance partners in the middle of the
Of the
prom
group, right?
because, first of all, it's not a good look. If somebody has brought you this far,
You should stick with
why
them.
aren't you still holding that person's
Right.
hand
You
at
should
the
stick with them.
dance? Everything that sound good don't look good. If I brought you this far, why are you kicking me to the curb? Not my issue, not my fight. I heard it, and that's not right. Brown on Cleveland, that's all I'm going to say. Let's talk about
We got in song.
In Song and Heather McCullough. In Song Lovey.
All I can say is in song's campaign. She's everywhere. She has a good campaign group. good campaign team.
Mhm.
She's doing the darn thing.
Brown on Cleveland.
And my money's on. Oh,
On in song?
on this song.
Okay, in song. You calling that race in song? Okay, all right. What about T.J. Dow and Kalia Lawson?
That's going to be a very interesting race.
Why? He's not certified.
Is she certified?
Man, get out the hut.
Okay, she's certified. And plus, I would shake my pop. I heard her little girl goes to school with my son.
And they're dating. Something
Hey,
about
they ain't
Andre's
dating.
son,
They
boy.
not
He's a little playboy already.
They're just good friends.
Well, yeah, calling that race. T.J. Dow is not certified. Kalia Lawson has been out here for the longest. And I'm going to tell you something. She is working this region.
Yeah,
And if she keeps it up on an aggressive fashion, she's going to bring that home. Brown on Cleveland, you heard it here first.
She was out at Lee Miles Seville's general meeting out in the park.
Okay.
And she was doing the thing.
Okay. All right.
She's everywhere.
What about, who's that guy? Ray Tarasi?
That's my guy.
And you got Earl Horton.
Yeah. Earl, what's his name again?
I think his name Earl B. Horton or
I thought it was Bert.
Oh, Bert.
Bert. We tear names up.
Well, I got Brett Horton right there.
Yeah, he's from the housing court.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
and it's somebody else in that race, but they're not certified.
And Ray.
No, Ray is certified. This guy is certified.
Right.
And there's one more up. There's another person in the
But
race.
I don't think he's certified.
He's not certified.
Right.
I don't know this guy, and I met Ray last time.
Me and Ray stood out in the rain, or we stood down at the board of elections when the last time he ran. We was there every day.
Okay.
Ray. So I go back with Ray, and I think Ray's a hard worker.
Okay.
He gets around. He will talk to you.
Okay.
I have seen Ray campaign. I helped Ray campaign. He has talked to everyone. Everywhere he goes,
okay,
he makes sure that he talks to every voter in that room.
All right. Okay.
So my money's on Ray.
The money's on Ray.
I talked to Bert. He called someone gave him my number. Told him that they should talk to me, and I was man enough. I told him I was man enough to tell. I want to see you.
Okay.
To tell you that I'm not supporting, but I like Ray. And we go way back.
That's fair.
But I wanted to let you know instead of calling you, I wanted to tell you in your face. And he understands that.
Are you calling that race?
Ray.
Ray? All right. Any other races we need to talk about?
Oh, Woodmere. I'm trying to figure out.
Woodmere, I think, are they like term limited? Because Ben Hobart,
I
think they may be term because I only see this girl talking about she's running.
Council person.
Council president or whatever?
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to figure out. Is Ray?
Ben?
I don't know.
I have no idea. idea.
And she's unopposed.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I mean, let's be honest. In order to become mayor of Woodmere, what you need about 15 votes?
That's not right.
Damn. They only got like 1,000 people over there.
925 people.
It's a beautiful city. I mean, Ben Hobart has done a fantabulous job. I will never take that from him. But I think they need about, maybe 300 votes to become mayor? Yeah.
They only got 925.
Right. Okay. So I think we covered the ones that we need to cover, that the hut covers, my area of news break covers. So I think that's about it. Anything else?
About it. I can't call nobody else.
Only thing I can say is this: please get your petitions signed. Please make sure you check them and turn them in.
They have no choice because next week is the deadline.
Absolutely, it's over.
Get down there at 4:31.
It's over.
Do they know? Hold on.
Yeah.
Do they know that the board of elections is no longer on Euclid?
Don't tell him don't tell him it's on St. Clair. No, it's at the old plain dealer office, you guys.
I hope
Make sure.
Yeah, I hope you don't show up over on Euclid. Talk about where they at.
Right. But the other thing is this. Remember the last time Laverne Jones Gore ran? Remember that? She got down to the board at 4:02 and she was downstairs and she wanted to argue with the board and say she was there on time. And Brent Lawler let her know, you got to be upstairs. You cannot be downstairs. Listen, the Board of Elections got a very strict policy. You got to be upstairs by 4 o'clock. So if I were you, I would be at the board at 8:30 in the morning. Don't chance it. Because that line is going to be so long. You're going to have to find a place to park. People are gonna be
Well, not
cranky.
at the new place. New place got plenty
It
of
don't
parking
matter
lot.
though. Let them come down. No, go down there early. Don't listen to Andre, cause just your luck, you may have construction. Anything liable to happen,
Joe,
right?
be late, Joe. Be late.
No, Joe Jones, be on time. Be on time. Cause listen, real talk. I may have to just give Joe my vote this time.
That's you.
But you're still not gonna put a sign in front of my house. No, he can't get my vote because I still don't like the way he treat women.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. So there you go.
Well, thank you
Anyway,
for
has nothing to do with you. Anyway, it's time for us to get up out of here, Andre. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. So come on, say your goodbye, shake your pom poms, because we got to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's time to go. Thank y'all for showing up. And thank y'all for listening to the view. So, yeah, I'm sorry, not the view. Listen to the Little Hut.
Did you?
I said the view. Shoot me in my head. I was trying to say thank you for all the views that we are getting. And we really appreciate it. And continue to watch this show.
That's it.
That's it. Shake the pom pom, shake the pom pom.
Listen, listen, you guys. Hopefully, Andre was talking in the mic today, because he come off like very, very low. So today we practiced before we got on air. So we want to make sure you can hear him.
Watching the meter.
I'm always watching the meter. You got to watch the meter.
But listen, at it. It's look at it.
My meter's going. Go ahead and talk.
It's going right now. Look, and that's how I've been all day up on this. I'm kissing the mic.
All right, you guys.
Let's shake the pom pom for kissing the mic.
All right, you guys. Remember, you don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a star, baby. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be on this show. You don't have to be a star, but you better be bold. And I know you don't like me. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
But they like me.
You don't like him. I don't really care nothing about that. Listen, y'all. But if you need me, call me. Better not talk about me, because I may go on attack. Well, not too old for that. Won't do that anymore. So listen, thank you for coming to Sad Little Hut Podcast, Andre. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And continue to watch us, and we will continue to give you a good show.
Yep,
and
there you go.
Thank you, Kim, for allowing me to be here with you. Shake that pom pom, shake that
brown. That darn brown on Cleveland. Get your signatures, because listen, as soon as y'all get certified, being serious.
Be on. I'm not gonna be nice.
You guys are coming into the Little Hut Podcast all the way from Maple to Garfield to Cleveland Heights. All the judges, judicial candidates, you can come inside the hut. Even if I don't like you, you can come inside the hut, because I won't even talk to you, but he will. Okay? Brown.
Down.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You sure you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Positive?
Yeah.
Okay, because we got to get out of here. Because you talk. You want him to take his pom-pom, y'all.
Oh, I didn't know we still on. I thought we was off. Hold up, mother.